Hello, everyone. This is Jasmeet Bhatia from Landmark Global Learning Limited, and we have a special guest with us, Mr. Krishna from University of Creative Arts. So, thank you, Krishna, for joining us for this live session, and enlightening us with information about your great university. So
Thank
over
you,
to
sir.
you. You can first of all, I would like you to tell us about yourself to make it more interesting, and your university.
Right. Firstly, sir, thank you so much for having me here at Landmark Immigration. So, introducing myself, my name is Krishna Bangia. I have been associated with the University for the Creative Arts from last 5 to 6 years. So, talking about the university, it's a leading university in the UK, which specialize in arts and design related programs. So we offer, programs like fashion designing, graphic designing, interior designing, architecture related programs. So any student who would like to make their careers in the creative field, which will be little differ from usual IT or software engineering or healthcare sector where we see usually a lot of traffic is going currently. So our genre is mainly arts and design programs. So any student who would like to develop their career in these particular fields, so we will be very happy to assist them and offer them some great career options for them. Yeah.
So see, right now it is all about design. Everybody wants to do video editing. A lot of people want to come into this AI world, and you want to come into AI world, and design will be really really important. Students, अगर आप design, animation, architecture, interior, any design you want to come into. So the university name is University of Creative Arts, and it's very very highly ranked. So it is among top 100 QS ranking universities, and the location is also great. And I'm fortunate that I visited the Fanham campus, which is by most, I think, is the largest campus, Krishna.
Yeah, it is one of the largest campus that we have at Farnham. It is the main head campus of UCA.
So I was fortunate enough to visit that campus, and we coordinated. And I saw the lab. I met few students also there, and it's a great atmosphere there. So it's not very far from London. So I took a train. It took me only 40 minutes to reach the Fanham campus. So tell me something about the ranking, Krishna. And students right now want to do these kind of courses. Actually, they're actually, if I tell me right now, the scenario is I'm studying computer programming is outdated right now. You can design a program with AI. That's the
Right.
hassle right now. And then studying business is also becoming outdated. Everybody don't
Right.
want to learn business and management. People are learning these kind of skills, and everybody wants to learn some different skills. And there is a lot of interest coming for arts and animation and interior and fashion designing and architecture. But there is no guidance. I'll tell you, a lot of
Right.
people want to do these courses, but there is no guidance at all. There is
Right.
no
Right.
guidance at all. Yeah.
Right.
So,
So.
so how do you tell, like, it's highly ranked, and how do you tell more about your university?
Right. So, firstly, I would say it's like you mentioned, it's under top 100 QS ranking, and it's a public university. So the recognition of degree is superiorly very high. And talking about these creative courses and these creative careers, where there is a huge demand also from the United Kingdom, which many of the international talent is unaware right now. So talking about, let's say, the usual program, which could be IT or which could be software engineers, which could be into business management sides. So it's all about demand and supply as well. So right now, if you talk about the UK current scenario, so they almost have fulfilled those people with that industry. So with our university, that is a creative arts university, so the programs that we are offering are into games and design, architecture, or into graphic designing, or into filmmaking. So these are certain programs which have a really high demand currently in the UK, as well as if students complete the degree in UK and they would like to work maybe in India. in Bollywood industry, even in Mumbai or any other part of the world, so that recognition would be there. And currently, the more popular program, which is superiorly high in demand and comes under the shortage list of UK talent as well, that is games designing. So in that game designing program, student can actually create their own games as and upload them in iOS or on Android. Once they complete their studies or once they complete their graduation, whether it is a bachelor or masters, and then they definitely can take that benefit throughout their life if they do some remarkable job on creating their own game on that app. Yeah.
That's great. That's great, Krishna. So, Krishna, like I want, there are the multiple campuses the university has. I visited only Fanham. So one is Epsom and one is Canterbury. So there are
Right.
three
Right.
campuses.
There are total three campuses. Right.
Can you tell us about the strategic location of the campuses?
See, all three campuses are within the range of, let's say, 1 hour to 1.5 hours distance from the London city. So, London again is the hub of fashion industry. So, any student who even would like to stay in London, study in any of these campuses, there will be a viable option for those students. Or if they are looking forward to stay in Farnham city or a Canterbury city or a Epsom city, they will definitely be saving a lot of their living cost as well, because London is superiorly, a great place to live in, but it includes a lot of high cost of living as well. So that is one advantage which students can get while staying in a nearby campus of Epsom or Canterbury or Farnham. The university offers accommodation facility as well to all the international students. So if they want to take the benefit of university accommodation, they can opt for it, or otherwise they can choose their nearby location anywhere they wish to live. Yeah.
It's great that they can live in London also, and they can choose for like living in a cost effective accommodation also.
Right. Right.
So I visited the accommodation. It was really, really nicely done for the students. I saw the accommodation on the campus, and it was really nice and it's kind of affordable. So what is the cost of accommodation on the campus?
It ranges between 170 to 240 pounds per week, depending upon the facility the student will be
Yeah, there are
taking. So,
different kind of. There were independent rooms, there were
right,
shared rooms, and they were like
right,
people share five people can share one room, and they
right,
were two people can share rooms. But they were really
right,
really nice with all kind of facility was there. So you can
right.
students you can choose the accommodation, what kind of accommodation you want, or you can live off campus also, and there are like multiple courses. So what kind of entry requirement and what kind of courses your university is offering?
So, talking about the courses which I mentioned, so the university have two genres. One is into arts and design, where all arts and design related programs will be there, which starts with animation, which starts with acting. Somebody would like to make their career in graphic designing. Somebody is interested in to join the fashion industry. They can opt for a fashion designing program. Somebody would like to become a interior architect, they can join an architecture related program. Also, we offer filmmaking programs. We offer music production programs as well. If somebody is really keen in music, I've heard that Punjab is great place to find the talent from for the music industry. So somebody who wants to join it on a professional level and can take their career to work with some of the biggest shows in the world, which could be Britain Got Talent. Some of our alumni have been working with Britain Got Talent as well recently. So if you want to work with those, great people in the industry, so right now UCA is one big opportunity for you in arts and designing programs. Second genre of the university is into the management side. So somebody would like to study a MBA, or they want to study global masters in business management or global communication and marketing or fashion business management. They want to study luxury business management. So we can offer some great range of programs to the students in that particular disciplines as well. And learning a masters of luxury business management is actually a direct ticket to the fashion industry of London. It
Yeah.
actually is a direct ticket that you can avail,
Yeah.
because in our campus there is a Maidstone TV studios as well that is the in-house campus of the university, which is one of the largest, one of the largest studios, I could say, in the United Kingdom, which absolutely helps the student to do their live, hands-on assignments, and they get to interact with a lot of talents from the industry. And they definitely can, during their studies or after their studies, they can pitch themselves, and they can pitch their work maybe that they have done, and easily can take a pathway to join the fashion industry, work as a fashion designer, marketing manager, etc. So these are the range of programs that we have. Now moving on to the entry criteria. So starting with bachelor's level, bachelor's, we do require at least 65% and above in plus two, from any of the board that the student is coming from, whether it is a CBSE board or a state board or Jammu board or any board is acceptable from India. Students should have at least 65% and above academic percentage in order to apply for any bachelor degree program. And IELTS requirement would be 6 with no band less than 5.5. That is for the undergrad. Now moving on to the postgraduate level. So for the
And for
postgraduate,
PT, can you add PT? Is PT
yeah,
acceptable?
yeah, we do accept PT as well. That the requirement would be 59 as overall, 59 with no band less than 59.
Okay.
That is for undergrad and postgraduate programs both.
So somebody asked the question, he wants to get into bachelor's and he has a PT of 64, no band
Okay.
less than 54.
So that unfortunately will not be acceptable because he's going down with 5 bands and
Yeah.
one module. So 59
So he
as
has to,
overall we do require.
okay. So he needs 59 and each also 59.
Yes, yes. Each and every module at least should be 59. That is the standard requirement that we have, because it's a highly ranked university and you will absolutely be networking and associated with the people who will be coming from different parts of the world. So we have to make it ensure that there will be a smooth communication between the faculty members and the students and your other, student,
And for
other.
IELTS, can you repeat the IELTS requirement? Six bands?
For post graduation program, you're asking, right? For post
For
graduation, it will
bachelor.
be 6.5 with no band less than 5.5. PT
And
would
for
be the same.
bachelor's is same?
6. Bachelor's is 6 with no band less than 5.5 for IELTS.
Okay, so there is any top-up program for mechanical engineering? I think unfortunately that will not be there because it's a design school. So there will be
Yeah.
no top-up program for mechanical engineering. So it's a design school. So we are predominantly focused on design, bachelor degree and masters in luxury business management. And is there an MBA?
We do have an MBA program as well. That
Okay.
requires minimum of 2 years of work experience in the industry.
Hmm.
Or if somebody would like to opt for masters in business management, not a MBA one, so that student can apply without a work experience later as well. So there are two management related programs. One is MBA, one is masters of business management. One requires a work experience later, and one you can go directly as a fresher also.
Yep. So you can explain more entry requirements. You were on to the entry
Right,
requirements. Yeah.
right. So moving on from undergrad to postgraduate now. So if somebody would like to apply for any postgraduate course, he or she should have scored at least 55% and above in academics of bachelor's, and IELTS requirement would be 6.5 with no band less than 5.5. So likewise, I mentioned there are two kind of programs that we have available. One is into arts and design, which requires a portfolio as well, because if you're choosing a program, let's say like a filmmaking or fashion designing or graphic designing, that definitely mean that you are passionate about that industry. So whatsoever work that you have done previously, please ensure that you submit your portfolio for any arts and design program, whether it is a bachelor or a master's degree. And the other programs that we offer into management side, that would only require your updated CV. Would be there, that your resume, updated resume or CV, and your academic documents. No portfolio would be required for any management programs. Talking about the gap, standard gap university, expect 5 years for the undergrad degree and 10 years for post graduation degree. But any student who have like more than 10 years of gap, let's say 12 years or 13 years, so on case to case basis, if the justification is genuine, if the student was working particularly to somewhere, or utilizing his or her time in a productive manner, then 12-year or a 13-year gap also would be acceptable with us.
So if he has experience, then for masters we can accept up to 12, 13 years of gap.
That's right. That's right.
And for bachelors up to 5 years of gap.
Up to 5 years. That's right.
And Punjab board is also accepted.
So Punjab board definitely is accepted. However, we are also offering English waivers. So
Yeah.
unfortunately, Punjab board we will not be able to provide a English proficiency waiver.
Okay.
But if a student from Punjab, let's say from Chandigarh or Mohali or Batinda or Moga, living here but studied at CBSE board and have scored 70% and above in English, he or she can apply for an English waiver as well with the CBSE board only, but if not from the Punjab board. Yeah.
So what is the percentage? Can we repeat? Go back to that question.
70% and above in English subject particularly.
So if he's a bachelor and he has an English 70% and above in bachelor degree, that is also accepted for masters.
No. So bachelor's we do require MOI.
Okay. He
MOI,
has his bachelor
yeah.
degree in English. Yeah.
Right, right, with a bachelor degree and MOI, but barring universities from Punjab or Haryana. So there is should be from a Delhi University or a Mumbai University or some university which is NARIC recognized. But however, there is a catch. So if student wants to take the benefit of the English waiver, so for example, student have completed schooling with 70% and above in English
Okay.
subject,
Okay.
they can get a English waiver in masters also for that.
Okay.
So with 70% and above, let's say there is a profile, a student completed his plus two in 2016 or 17, and they have scored 84% in English. Then he's applying in 2026. He still can take a waiver, English waiver.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is something very interesting. So अगर आप
Right.
मास्टर्स करने जा रहे हैं और आपकी बैचलर में आपने आइलेट्स नहीं किया है और 12th में आपने इंग्लिश में 70% से ऊपर थे नंबर, then you don't even need an IELTS.
Right.
And if
Right.
you've completed your bachelor's in English medium, like you need to get a letter from the university or the college that all your bachelor degree was in English
English
medium,
medium.
that is medium of
Right.
instruction letter. And then also there's an IELTS waiver, but it's not applicable to Punjab board students. Punjab board students
Right.
need to have an IELTS. So which all
Right.
boards other than Punjab? Punjab, Haryana.
Punjab and Haryana only are the boards which will not be acceptable. Other than that, any state board can give you English waiver.
Gujarat board
Yeah.
can also give you
Gujarat
accept.
board can also give you English waiver. Jammu board also can give you English waiver, or some South board also. Yeah.
So entry requirements, I suppose a lot of questions. So what is the minimum percentage to get an admission in MBA?
That is
65.
65 was for bachelor's. So for master's degree, 55% and above will make you eligible to apply for an MBA program.
Okay. So it
Or
is 55% for masters and 65% for
bachelor's.
bachelors. So Duolingo will not be acceptable. You can get IELTS waiver, but if you are not eligible for IELTS waiver, then you need to do IELTS PTE. Any other test which is accepted under this?
IELTS, PT, TOEFL,
TOEFL.
we can
So
yeah,
IELTS PT TOEFL is acceptable, but not Duolingo.
not dealing.
So you can apply with 59% for master degree. There are a lot of questions coming up. So you can apply with 59% for master degrees, and if you're applying for bachelor's, then 59% will be less. Yes, there's another question. How much gap is acceptable? So you've done your 12th in 2024. You are eligible to apply because just there's 1.5 years gap, and your percentage is 70%. Yes, you are eligible to apply for bachelor degree. So another question is like, I completed my senior secondary education and with 64%, but he has an IELTS score of 7 bands. So I don't think so he'll be eligible, or can we do some request in this kind of case?
We might can request right now university on case to case basis, because you already at a verge of 1% shortage, that is 64%. So just submit your documents to the landmark team, submit your academic documents, and on case to case basis we might can look forward to give you a concession of 1% or 1 or 2%. Yeah.
So if it is a borderline case, we can apply to the
Yeah.
university and get their feedback. So there is a
Right.
lot of questions coming about luxury business management. So can we
Yeah,
go over
that's very
the
interesting. So luxury business management, yeah, I'll give a little bit of overview. It is actually a ticket. It is actually a luxury business management is actually golden ticket to join the fashion industry in London or in the United Kingdom. So they are bigger brands like Burberry is one of them, or H&M is one of them, or let's say that Louis Vuitton is one of them. So they actually are looking forward to hire the real talent, international talent, who can help them building their brand or promoting their brand. But they are requiring some kind of professional learning from a reputed university like UCA. So once you have completed a luxury business management program with us, so any luxury brand, in the fashion industry, you can join as a designer, as a product manager, as a marketing manager, as a marketing lead. So there are a lot of job opportunities, career wise, which will be, open pathway for you. So that definitely is one of the most selling program that we have at the university.
Yeah, it sounds great. So there's another lot of questions. Is something, tell us more about scholarships, Krishna, because I think scholarships
Right.
we, yeah.
Right. So the scholarship ranges between 3,000 to 5,500 pounds. So 3,000 is the bare minimum scholarship which you can avail once you meet the entry criteria to apply for any undergrad or postgraduate program, and it goes up to 4,500 pounds on merit basis. So as good as your academic score is, as good as your IELTS score is, you will get that more scholarship benefit, which goes up to 5,500 pounds. So but 3,000 pounds is the bare minimum that you definitely will get.
Mhm. That's cool. So everybody is getting £3,000 scholarship when you're applying for University of Creative Arts. It's in UK. All the campuses are very near to London. They're 40 minutes, 45 minutes, and 1 hour distance only. So you can choose to live in London, and you can choose to live in suburbs of London. And it's a beautiful city. Farnham is a very, very beautiful city. Very, you can walk around, and it's very, very easily approachable, because I visited Farnham campus personally. And then English waiver, I think you need to go back and listen to, there are English waiver for 12th class students also, and there are English waiver for, you know uh,
Postgraduates as well.
postgraduate options also. There's another question. I am from Pune, and I have done 12th in non-medical stream CBSE with 75%, and my English score is 78%. Am I eligible to apply without IELTS? Yes,
Yes.
you are eligible to
Yes.
apply for without IELTS. So there is another interesting question. So what about an interview? How many interview session in UCA while applying?
Good question. So, talking about the credibility interview, that firstly is only applicable to the management students, is not applicable to the arts and design students. So if you apply for architecture related program, or let's say animation, games design, fashion design, any designing related program, there is no credibility interview. Only your portfolio will do the needful. And but if you are applying for any management program, so there will be one interview round only, which will be conducted by one of our team members. It will be a 25 to 30 minute, face-to-face interview, where questions will be like, why have you chosen particularly UK as a destination? Why particularly UCA University? Uh, why particularly, what is the career that you look forward for yourself after completion of the program? What are your intentions of going to UK? Are you willing to return back to your home country, etc.? So that preparation will be done for you, when you apply. So only management students, and two chances will be given for the interview. Like for example, for in the first interview round, you do not do well, you probably give some unlikely bad answers. So there will be another chance that the university can provide you. So total two chances. Interview applicable only for management programs.
So there was another question which I would like to put up, like portfolio is required for every design program.
For all arts and designing programs, portfolio is mandatory.
So portfolio will be required for all those programs for admission, but there is no interview for arts and
Point.
design. And
Right.
there is an interview for management programs, that there you will be given two chances to clear the interview. So there's
Right.
another question. So I don't think so. We are offering research degree master programs, MRes.
As of now, we are not offering any MRIS programs, but maybe in future. As of now, we do not have any
We're not
program related.
offering any
Yeah.
MRes programs in University of Christ. Another question: what will be the cash deposit, and when we need to pay that?
Right. That's again a good question. So the cash deposit would be the 50% of the gross tuition fee That is, let's say the tuition fee of bachelor's is 18,000 pounds. So you have to pay 9,000 pounds to secure your caste letter. That is the 50% of the tuition fee that you need to submit. And every single penny you will be paying after clearing the credibility interview. So there is no deposit before the interview. Once you clear the interview, if you're applying for management program, or if you're applying for arts and design, once your portfolio is approved, and once you receive the unconditional offer letter, only then you need to proceed to make the deposit, which is about 50% of the tuition fee to get the
So
cash
what
letter.
is the tuition fees, Krishna, for bachelor
Right.
degrees and for master degrees
For bachelor degree, it is 18,000 pounds, 18,000 GBP, and for master's degree, it is 19,050 pounds
per year? For master degrees per
per
year.
year.
So
Per year.
there any 1 year master degree courses with
Yeah.
UCF? Yeah,
Most of our master's degree program are for 1 year only. So that's
great.
a whole tuition fee, that is 19,050 pound. And for bachelor's, like I mentioned, 18,000 would be the generic tuition fee. And there is a progressing second year progression scholarship also that student can avail in the second year or third year, depending upon the performance that they are giving, like the grades that they require to maintain. If they are maintaining that grades, they can get 4,000 additional progression scholarship in the second year or in the third year as well.
So tell me, like 18,000 is the tuition fees and scholarship will be minimum 3,000.
3,000.
So
Right.
remaining student has to pay 15,000 pounds per year.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, and in case of master degree, they have to pay 16,000.
That's right. That's
So
right.
great option for all the students, and it is an affordable tuition fees very near London. There are many questions coming up. Cash deposit, we've already told you. After you clear your credibility interview, you can pay 50% for the cash deposit, and if you do not have a credibility interview after you get your offer, then you can pay your deposit. So interview deposit will be after the deposit. There is no money to be paid before you clear the interview. What is the deadline for September intake, or which intake is coming up?
See, firstly, September 26 is the latest intake that we will be coming up. It's first come, first serve basis. So as soon, there is no latest deadline as of now has been decided by the university, but the seats will be available on first come, first serve basis. If I talk about last year's statistics, most of our seats were get fulfilled by 30th of April.
Mhm.
So one can target to apply before 30th of April would be my advice. But all the courses seats will be on first come first serve basis. Yeah.
Sir, my last you completed your bachelor degree in 2020, and yes, you can apply for master degree, and you are eligible for IELTS waiver if you've completed your bachelor degree in English medium. So you need to get me an MOI, and then you're eligible for waiver for English, and you can take your master degree. Karan Singh is the answer. What is the case deadline and gas? I think we're through with all the questions. Any other questions, viewers? You can ask us right away. And Krishna has joined us. He's representing University of Creative Arts from UK. And right now, see, UK has a very high visa success rate. And past 1 year, we've never had a refusal for UK. And there were like few refusals, like one or two, which got refused, and we got them visa again. There was some confusion from the High Commission. And yes, your board is J and K. Still, you can get waiver in IELTS also, and you can apply for directly for bachelor's or masters. Jammu and Kashmir board is acceptable. So I have
Is it?
gone through, Krishna. The university has a very huge history. So how old is the university?
It's 160-year-old legacy, around 160-year-old university it is, and public university. I definitely, would say that holds a lot of weightage in terms of, securing a degree, whether it is for bachelor and for masters. It will definitely be a great ticket pathway for, to build your career either in United Kingdom or any other country in the world. So the degree is highly recognized all over the world. Yeah.
It has to be, it is in top 100 QS
Yeah.
ranking. If you're studying from top 100 QS ranking university, you will be acceptable by all luxury brands. Like you can go to France for a job since you're doing a luxury business management course.
Right.
If you're doing design, interior design, fashion design, architecture, and it is a design hub. London and France is a design hub. There is direct connectivity within London and France. So your doors will open immensely. And with postgraduate work permit, after completing a 1 year master degree, you can get 2 years postgraduate work permit. And after completing a bachelor degree, similarly, you can get a 2 years work permit. So right now, see, I think we need to be very, very creative, because see, it is a change, and there cannot be, I think AI cannot change the design, design, human thinking about the design, and fashion design and everything. They can do it digitally. We've been doing digital designs for long, but when there is intervention needed, I think with human design is, design will never be out of fashion. So design, film making, and everything, it's really, really, it's the name is University of Creative Arts. It has a legacy of 160 years. And when I was there, I saw, they were like printing machines which were dating back to 1875 and 1880. I saw myself, they were handheld printing machines there. So it's a really, really, a lot of history to study there. Please tell me, how can I start the process and how much time to get an offer letter? See, you can call us. The number is right over here, 90413 90412. There is no processing fees. There is no application fees. Landmark is charging. So everything is waived off. You can apply for your offer letter free of cost. So you can call us, and then, or you can visit our nearest office. We have 16 offices across India. We have an office in Jammu also. We have an office in Bathinda, Amritsar, Jalandhar, Ludhiana, Chandigarh, Mohali. New Delhi, we have an office in Connaught Place. Then we have an office in Karnal, Yamuna Rudrapur. Gujarat, we have an office in Surat, Ahmedabad, and Vadodara. So you can visit our nearest office and apply there, submit your documents, 12th, 10th, 12th, passport, and medium of instruction letter, and your bachelor degree if you're applying for masters. And there is no processing fees to apply for, and 3,000 scholarship given by university flat to all the students. Am I right, Krishna, on
Right.
this?
Right. Absolutely right. Absolutely.
So you can visit us. So you can avail the £3,000 scholarship. अगर इंडियन करेंसी की बात करें तो 3,60,000 रुपए का की scholarship है, which is a huge amount, and it can go up to £5,500 depending on your profile. So
Right.
depending on your profile. मेरा केस बिना MOI इंग्लिश मीडियम हो सकता है? बिना MOI या इंग्लिश मीडियम नहीं हो पाएगा. अगर आपके 12th में बोर्ड में 70% से ऊपर है नंबर तो बिल्कुल हो सकता है, और अगर आप पंजाब बोर्ड से नहीं है, सो प्लीज आप अपने डॉक्यूमेंट्स भेजें. हम असेस करते हैं कि आप अप्लाई कर सकते हैं कि नहीं. आप डॉक्यूमेंट हमें ईमेल कर सकते हैं at landmarkglobal.co.in, info@landmarkglobal.co.in, और आप हमें कॉल कर सकते हैं. We will guide you the process on its own. So students, thank you for joining us, Krishna, and thank you for
Thank
taking
you.
a time to give us a very, very good information. I think students are right now interested in something which is different from traditional programs. So
Right.
yeah, so thank you so
Thank you.
much.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
so much to you, sir. Thank you so much for having me here, and all the best. All the best to all the students. We definitely look forward to have you studying at UC campus. Thank you.
Yeah.
Have a good day.
Thank you so much, Krishna.